name is Shai, and today I'm reacting to some more JJ Lin. This time it is a song called Cao Cao. And well, before I get into this, I was looking for the lyrics, and it turns out that this song is possibly based off a figure from the Tale of the Three Kingdoms, or the Three Kingdoms is like kind of the story of the Three Kingdoms of China. And this person, I believe, is based off of Cao Cao. Of the Three Kingdoms. Hold on. Oh, it's hot. Cao Cao. Yeah, Cao Cao. He. Okay, yeah. So Cao Cao Dynasty, Three Kingdoms, it was kind of based on that. So I found the lyrics again. Not sure they're accurate, but I'll get into that right after I get into distraction. From what I was told, this is kind of like a rock song, and like when I reacted to my last JJ Lin video, I said I really needed more Our Love, I think it was. I wanted to have more like JJ Lin rock, and y'all guys pull through, so I'm really excited for this. So without further ado, this is JJ Lin with Cao Cao. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Here we go. That scared me. Wow. Oof. Oof. I love it. Y'all, but like, I could not help but think, like, y'all, this is an old style music video because that style, man. That style. Also, what I like about this is, like, he also did another song called Tales of the Red Cliff, which I've already seen. I'm totally obsessed with that song. That also kind of fits into this, storyline. But, Cao Cao. Let me go into the lyrics. Again, this might not be accurate. There's also a lyrics that I found. Let me see if I can get it again. That kind of detailed, like, the kind of things, that kind of detailed, certain, what do I call it, areas that, where am I going with my thoughts? There are certain, like, lyrics that kind of pertain to the story of Cao Cao and, like, or Cao Wei. And if you don't know the story of this person, then you won't really understand the lyrics as a whole. So again, I don't know how accurate this is. So let's get right into this. So first, lyrics, and then I'll get into things and whatnot. Okay. If you're not a hero, you won't read Three Kingdoms. If you are, you must understand what solitude is. Alone descending Changban Hill under a moon too mild, Cao Cao without nonsense fully aimed to occupy Jingzhou. Okay, so this is a different one, okay. Never mind about the detailings. Anyway, with strategies, persuasions, and assaults evident or hidden, the country was divided into 3 kingdoms later in Han Dynasty, along with incessant flames of war. Immersion of love was influenced by this chaos. Who was to boil wine? The 3 kingdoms and mutual deceptions were beyond right and wrong. This turmoil, but millennia later, will restart. If you're not a hero, you won't read the kingdoms. If you are, you must understand what solitude is. Alone descending Changban Hill under a moon too mild, Cao Cao without nonsense, fully aimed to occupy Jingzhou. With strategies, persuasions, assaults evident or hidden. Alone descending Changban Hill under a moon too mild, Cao Cao without nonsense, fully aimed to occupy Jingzhou. With strategies, persuasions, and assaults evident or hidden. The country was divided... Oh, okay, so it basically repeats then. The country was divided into 3 kingdoms in late Han Dynasty, etc., etc. So, story the story of Cao Cao. If I am pronouncing that correctly. So I'm going on Wikipedia, so this may not be accurate at all. It may be. So, simply put, Cao Cao was, well, Xiao. Oh shit.
Cao Cao.
Oh no, I was right. Okay. I was like, no. Anyway, courtesy name Ming De was a Chinese warlord and poet. He was the penultimate Grand Channeler of the East Han Dynasty who rose to great power and finally rose to the dynasty. As one of the central figures of the Three Kingdoms period, he laid the foundations of what was later to become the state of Cao Wei, and ultimately the Jin Dynasty, and was posthumously honored as Emperor Wu of Wei, although he was never an emperor during his lifetime. He remains a controversial historical figure, and is often portrayed as cruel, merciless tyrant in subsequent literature. However, he has also been praised as a brilliant ruler and military genius with unrivaled charisma, but treated his subordinates like his family. During the fall of the Eastern Han Dynasty, Cao Cao was able to secure most of northern China, the most populated and developed part of China. Cao Cao was also successful in restoring republic order and rebuilding the economy as the Grand Chancellor. However, his manipulation of Emperor Zhan as a puppet and figurehead was heavily criticized, with state affairs effectively being controlled by Cao Cao instead of the emperor himself. Opposition directly gathered around warlords Liu Bei and Sun Quan, whom Cao Cao was unable to quell. He was also skilled in poetry, calligraphy, and martial arts, and wrote many war journals, including remarks added to The Art of War, which written by Sun Zhu. That's very interesting. I actually have a copy of The Art of War, which I meant to read, but I never did. Fun fact, before I go into this, I used to be very, like, obsessed with ancient history. So that meant ancient Rome, ancient Egypt, ancient China. And I used to read a lot about ancient China, and as I grew older, that manifested into becoming very obsessed, very, very, very interested, very obsessed, I would say obsessed, kind of interested, more interested in like the Asian history as a whole, because it's so fascinating to see the cultures, how they developed, and like I've been given like different perspectives on things. Like obviously I've seen the whitewashed version of history. I've seen history given by my Chinese professor in college, which was very interesting because they gave a new perspective on like things. So I'm like really happy looking into this because this is right up my alley and what I'm very interested in. So let's see, Cao Wei Wikipedia. So also known as Wei, oh yeah. So one of the three major states that competed for supremacy over China in the Three Kingdoms period, with capital initially located at Zhoushan and therefore Luoyang. The state was established by Cao Pi in 220, based upon the foundations laid by his father Cao Cao towards the end of the Eastern Dynasty. Oh, so Cao Cao himself wasn't around when this place was officially formed. Gotcha. The name Wei first became associated with Cao Cao when he was named the Duke of Wei by the Eastern Han government in 213, and became the name of the state when Cao Pi proclaimed himself emperor in 220. Historians often add the prefix Cao to distinguish it from other Chinese states known as Wei, such as the Wei of the Warring States period, and Northern Wei of the Northern and Southern dynasties. The authority of the ruling Cao family dramatically weakened in the aftermath of the disposal and execution of Cao Shuang and his siblings, the former being one of the regiments for the third Wei Emperor Cao Fan, with state authority gradually falling into the hands of Sima Yi, another Wei regent, and his family from 249 onwards. The last Wei emperors would remain largely as puppet rulers under the control of the Shimas until Shima's grandson Shima Yan forced the last Wei ruler, Zhao Han, to abdicate the throne and establish the Jin dynasty. Ah, interesting. Okay. So I would assume this song is more or less, obviously, well, more towards about Cao Cao and like probably getting towards establishing Cao Cao, or this Wei dynasty, this Wei, what am I call it? Wei state, this Wei state. But looking at the music video, I can see that like there's a girl, so I'm assuming like in this, I'm not sure what kind of because obviously when it comes to Chinese stories or like the ancient history, there's a lot of variations when it comes to it. So from what I can gather from this music video, the Cao Wei, obviously this is a time of war. This is when he's starting to establish the Wei state, and it looks like this kind of, there's a girl, he probably really liked this girl, and like something happened to her, which is why I would say like 90% of the historical dramas that I've seen, 90% of the war is usually started because a girl was killed or was like taken from the enemy state. So that's what I'm assuming. But regardless, this is a very interesting song. It fits right up my alley of the rock songs from JJ Lin. I'm super happy, actually extremely happy because like I get to learn more about this person, and like I said, I used to be obsessed with a lot of Asian history, so really happy to learn a bit more about this person and about the Three Kingdoms period. So all in all, simply put, I love the song. Really fits right up my alley with the JJ Lin rock songs that I really wanted. I cannot wait to hear more because I know I was linked to a couple more, and I really like the I guess the story behind this. Also the lines. Obviously, if you're not a hero, you haven't read the Three Kingdoms. Three Kingdoms, like I guess there's some heroes that have come from that era. And then if you are a hero, basically know about the solitude. So I would assume that in that case, Cao Cao, or Emperor Wei, or Wu of the Wei, Emperor, this guy, was kind of considered a hero, although there are variations on that. And he, in this scene, I would assume he was like very alone, like especially with that girl being gone. Is just like he understands what solitude is, and that led him to, start and establish this state. I don't know. That's kind of my interpretation of things, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.